What's good? So today, I want to talk about the spiritual warfare. I want to talk about some things that maybe y'all have been experiencing and what it is and why it's happening and what you can do to maybe protect your energy. Um, but, I want to dive in deep on this topic because a lot of y'all don't understand just how deep the rabbit hole goes. A lot of y'all don't understand just how deep, like, this spiritual shit really goes. And I mean, if y'all are still looking at life physically, then it's like, I don't know what to tell you, because this shit, a lot of the shit that's happening right now is beyond your comprehension. It's beyond what you can even see. So you probably like, what do you mean? All right, so let me explain to you. So y'all might notice that people around you or people in your family, people of that nature are just acting funny or acting weird. You get what I'm saying? You might notice that society just kind of seems like it's on like a super low frequency. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, there's people waking up and shit, but it's like still like the outside world, you might kind of feel like everybody's kind of like a zombie. You know what I mean? Like everybody's just kind of like, just like depressed, just sad. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell y'all what's really going on with this. So what's really happening is a lot of people in the spiritual world, a lot of people are being possessed. And I'm not talking about like on the like, fucking exorcism type shit. I'm talking about on some like on a attachment shit. A lot of people have negative entities and negative energies attached to them that they can't see. And these energies and these entities are feeding off their energy. These energies and these entities are feeding off any little energy that they have. These energies and these entities are eating that shit. And see, the reason why that's happening is because of the fact that whatever that person, I don't know, that person, whatever that person did, or whatever that person is not taking care of themselves. So these energies have found a way to latch, somewhere on their body. And for these energies to survive, they need to maintain a connection with that life, because they're dead. So they have to maintain a connection with that life. It's kind of like the same thing like a leech or a mosquito. Like, they need your blood to live. If y'all haven't watched my first ever video that I posted on this channel, go watch it, where I talked about how vampires exist. This is kind of like a big correlation to that, where I feel like a lot of people are vampires. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the best way to really put it. But anyways, so back to the spiritual warfare. So what's happening is that that's a plane. So what's happening is that that's why you start seeing like a lot of people, they're just always negative. They're always depressed. That's why a lot of y'all probably feel like y'all probably feel like the only people y'all can relate to are YouTubers, the ones that are talking like this. Like, yeah, there's a lot of us, but there's not really a lot of us. You get what I'm saying? It's not as many of us as it seems. Like, yeah, it's a lot of us talking like this, but it's a lot more negative energy out in the world right now. You get what I'm saying? And so a lot of y'all probably feel like y'all can only relate to, like, that's why we have to stick together. We have to stick together. Like, this is deeper than just a you subscriber thing. This is like a family thing. We have to stick together. This is like a cult thing. And the reason why is because of the fact that it's a war, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick what side you on right now, because this shit is getting serious and it's only gonna get worse. You don't really have time to play around with this shit. You don't have time to play around with this spiritual shit. You gotta get on your game. So what's happening is that these negative entities are attaching themselves and latching themselves to people around you. It could be your family, it could be your coworkers, it could be your best friends. It don't really matter. But so these people are now drained of their life source. These people are now drained of their energy. And like I said, how do these negative entities come to them? It's because they probably not taking care of themselves. They probably eating fast food, they drinking bad, they probably not working out, whatever it is. They probably going through a depression. Whatever it is, these negative entities have found a loophole to get attached to them. So now what they do is they bring that negative energy around you. You feel what I'm saying? They bring that negative entity around you. So now that negative entity is trying to find a way to get to you. They're trying to find a crack in your shell, trying to find a crack in your armor to get to you. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this is the spiritual warfare that's happening. So now you have to think about it in numbers. You know what I'm saying? If you put yourself in an environment with a bunch of negative people, now you have a bunch of negative entities attacking you. And you don't understand, you can't see this from, you can't see this from the naked eye. This is some third eye shit. This is some next level consciousness shit. A lot of other, big YouTubers and shit, they understand, they can see it. They understand what's happening. They really understand what's going on. But, for a lot of y'all that's just getting started in y'all journey, y'all probably can't see this physically. You won't be able to see this physically, but this is what's happening, is that these negative energies are trying to consume positive energy, and they're basically trying to get the earth to the point where everybody is vibrating on a negative frequency. You know what I'm saying? Part of the problem with that is things like porn. You know what I mean? That's why semen retention is so big, because semen retention naturally raises your energy. Semen retention would naturally get you to a frequency of where you need to go. But things like porn will bring you back down. Why do you think it's like, why do you think porn is so accessible? You get what I'm saying? It's so accessible. Like, it's extremely accessible, and it shouldn't be. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't, it's kind of weird to me, because it's like porn is so accessible, but they block off a lot of other things, like that they block off a lot of other information that you can only find on, like, the dark web. But then porn, you could look porn up in about 2 seconds on your phone. Even these little kids and shit, like, it's become way too accessible, and it's really not safe, and it's really not healthy, because it's draining a lot of y'all energy. And this is all part of the war. This is all part of the attack on yourself. If you're on the low frequency, if you're on the low vibration, you are open to these energies. And that's why a lot of y'all might feel bad, or y'all might feel like shit, or y'all might feel like you might wake up one day in a mood or something like that, and you don't even know why you upset. You can't even really explain why you mad or you irritated. It's because these energies are attaching themselves to y'all. So if y'all one of those people that these energies are attaching themselves to y'all got to practice things like retention. Y'all got to practice things like eating healthy. Y'all got to practice things like meditation. That's how you fight them back. That's why a lot of these big YouTubers will always tell you that the war that you're fighting is within. It's not outside. You're not going to go pick up a gun and start shooting people. The war that you're fighting is within. The war that you're fighting is within you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to fight off these entities, you have to raise your vibration. You have to raise your energy. And so that's literally how, like, you fight off these energies. So, a lot of people is not going to change their ways. A lot of people is not going to stop eating that fast food. A lot of people is not going to start working out and start going out to the gym. A lot of people is not going to practice retention. I'm going to be real with you. So it's a constant battle between positive energy, high frequency, and low frequency. And that's the spiritual war that, people are talking about, that's happening. So it's like everywhere you walk, you're constantly dodging energy nowadays, and it's because the earth is on such a low frequency right now. And this is all part of the plan. This is all part of their grand scheme. And when I say they, I'm, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones at the top. But this is all part of their grand scheme to bring the earth to a very, very, very low frequency. So this is why, to fight this battle, y'all have to raise y'all frequency so we can bring the earth back up to a high frequency. And that's what's happening here, bro. That's the that's the warfare that's occurring. That's the warfare that's happening. So, I just wanted to give y'all a better in depth of the spiritual war, because I see a lot of YouTubers talk about the spiritual war, but I feel like a lot of them don't really go in depth and really explain it for y'all and really tell y'all, like, what the spiritual war is and stuff like that. Like I said, It's not physical. It's not something you can see. Don't try to see it. It's something that you have to go within. If you really wanna be able to really understand where I'm coming from, you have to go within. You have to raise your vibration. That's the only way you'll be able to really like understand and really comprehend what I'm saying.